Okay, hi guys. So in this lecture, we'll be continuing talking on the hydrolysis of nitrile group, and next we'll be seeing the reaction of Grignard reagent with nitrile group and groups like C double bond and things like that. Okay, so let's get started. So suppose we have something like this, and we reacted with again H plus in presence of H2. What will happen is, again the short trick we'll be using, we'll be attaching 3 OH. Number of OH is similar to the number of double bonds or number of bonds between C and N atoms. We get 3 H also here, so we'll get something like C 3 OH on this carbon atom, and we'll get NH3 released. So in acidic medium, this will actually convert itself into acetic acid, or not acetic acid, carboxylic acid group. Okay, let's look at another example. We have something like CH double bond NH. Again, break this bond, replace double bond with OH and H on the left and right side respectively. So we have something like this, and we have NH3 released. Obviously this will again form in acidic medium as for aldehyde. Okay, let's look at third compound. In this case, we have again break this double bond in presence of H2O, H plus in H2O. We get OH here and HH here, so we get something like OH here, and with the release of NH3 again, this in acidic medium will convert itself into a ketone group. Okay, so this ends the topic of hydrolysis. So next we'll be seeing the reaction of nitrile group with RMgBr or Grignard reagent. We have something like this. So what will happen is, this R will attack this partially delta positively charged carbon atom. Will get something like this, and this bond will be again taken back by the nitrogen atom to create a negative charge here, and we'll have negative N plus N minus and Mg plus Br. Okay, next, if we do the hydrolysis of this compound, again you can see that we can have OH here, or let me write it down again. We can have OH here and HH here. So finally we'll get something like OH here plus, for you can draw the product which is formed by this. Okay, so this is the major product formed. Okay, not yet. We can actually do the hydrolysis even more, and we can get something like a ketone group again. Okay, let's look at another example. We have something like this plus cyanobenzene. So here again we will get something like CH3 double bond N minus Mg plus Br, and again on hydrolysis, or rather we mentioned the hydrolysis here only. So now hydrolysis will take place, in which this bond will be broken up, and OH will be taken by this, and HH here. So finally we'll have something like a benzene carbaldehyde. Okay, next example is something like, we have PHMgBr plus, we have something like this, and we are doing the hydrolysis. Again what will happen is, this pH will actually attack on this, and next step will have something like 2OH here and HH here. Why? Because one bond will be taken back by the nitrogen to create the negative charge here with MgBr associated with it. So we will have something like pH and double bond here, double bond O here. Okay, next example is we have something like RMGBr and we are reacting it with CN. Okay, so in this case what would be the product? We are reacting with only 1 mole of Grignard reagent, so and we are not hydrolyzing it, so what will happen is we'll get RC double bond N. Okay, in this case directly the bond formation and bond breaking happens at the same pace. Or other you can also have something like this. We will have something like N minus, this will again remove the Cl minus group. Okay, next example we have something like this. We are reacting it with P4O10 and we are heating it, so this forms product A, and which on reaction with Grignard reagent forms product we are reacting this with H plus in acidic H plus or acidic medium, so we get product B. We need to identify what are products A and B. Okay, so the product A would be, you know that what this P4O10 does is P4O10 directly dehydrates the compound, or in other words take up the water molecule from the compound. Okay, we have discussed this reaction in previous set of video lectures. If you don't remember, you can go and see those video lectures. So this will be the A compound. Now the B compound would be, when we react this with CH3MgBr and hydrolyze it, we'll get something like PHCCH3, a ketone. This would be product A and this would be product B. Okay, now let us look at another example wherein we have something like this, NH here and Br here. First we reacted with Mg in presence of ether, second we have SCHO, and third we have acidic medium. So what will happen? From the first preparation of Grignard reagent will take place. We'll get something like MgBr here. Okay, next when we reacted with HCHO, what will happen is SCHO is something like this. This carbon will actually attack on this partially positive carbon atom because of the presence of O, or electronegative atom on C. So we'll have something like NH and CO negative, and we have H2, or directly write H2 here. Okay, so next what will happen is, third we are hydrolyzing it. So what would be the product that should be formed? The product would be something like this and CH2OH. Yes, this should be the product ideally, but this we see that this is not the product which is found out experimentally. So there is an exception in the product formation of this case, and the actual product which is formed, it's not this. Although we have taken all the steps correctly, still the product is something like this. This is the final product which we get, NH2 and CH2OH. This is the product we get. So we have to figure it out how from this reactant we get this product in presence of all these reagents. So this is your homework question, and the answer to this question or the mechanism as to how this happens will be given in the next lecture. Till then, I hope you are able to solve this puzzle, and we'll meet in the next lecture.